I'd just like to welcome here tonight our Chief Operating Officer for Econet Wireless, and that's Mr. Kwese King. And we just want to welcome you here. Thank you so much for coming here and being with us. And he's going to give us our welcoming remarks here, Mr. Kwese King. It is over to you, sir.
Today marks a celebration of a journey. It's a celebration of innovation. And in front of me, I have a little bag of tricks, which I just want to share with you some of these things. For those that were in university during my time, you'll remember this, a 5 1/4 floppy inch disk. This is what we learned programming on. This is what we learned things like Fortran, S2020, Lotus, and a few things like that. And then we moved on, and then there came the smaller version. They still call it a floppy, but it was a hard disk, a 3 1/4 inch. And then we moved on, and then we got something that we called a USB stick. I have one of these here. And then technology then moved on. We now save things in the cloud. We talk about cloud computing now. We talk about saving things up there in the cloud. But there's also some very interesting things. There are a number of people in here who will remember this device. I think these were very, very interesting times. This Nokia, when you had one of these in your pocket, you were important. You were the man about town when you had one of these beauties with you. These things were so big that if you ran fast, it made a hole in your pocket and fell down. But the beauty of the Nokia and the Nokia technology then was this battery lasted forever. Those were the days of the 2G. But not to be outdone, there were things, of course, there was Ericsson. And I think there's a lot of people who remember this particular device. And these two competed head-on, and it was a very exciting time for us here in Zimbabwe. We were talking to each other and talking on the mobile phone. People would call the call center and pretend that they were talking to someone when they didn't have airtime. But believe you me, it still continues. And then things got better, and this came along, the flip phone. And it got very, very, very exciting. And people had these small things. And the more important you were, the smaller the handset was. This was technology evolving itself. We've come a very, very long way. And I could not have stood here this evening without showing you something very, very special. I have it in front of me here. Let me allow you to unveil this nostalgic icon of ours here. Now, if I asked some young people in the audience, it could be a bit of a challenge as to what this is. I tried to look for a WRS, I tried to look for a supersonic, but I wasn't that lucky. I managed to get a Philips, but I'll open it. This is the iconic. This is where we have come from. This is where we have come from. Now, I think for us, the most important thing for us to remember is that if you want to go quickly, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with others. But if you want to go quickly, further, my grandmother used to say, you don't stop and throw stones at every dog that barks at you. So if you want to go quickly, further, you don't stop. You look, you see the dogs barking, you see the distractions, you simply focus on where it is you want to go. Ladies and gentlemen, innovation and inventions and where we are going today marks that important milestone. A very, very important milestone, where that bridge and that gap between the telecommunications as we know it and the media as we know it has become so blurred, it's become one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have not come this far, only to come this far. Thank you very much.
Mr. Kwese King, thank you so much for that welcome, for those welcoming remarks, for this wonderful television set here, the whole box at the back, everything, all the likes. I don't remember this one, I'm sorry. I'm one of those that do not remember this one. I do know the one that has the hunchback, of course, not this one though. Very enlightening as well, telling us, just giving us a journey of where we've come from, and where it is that we're going. And Kwese TV has come into Zimbabwe to bring through that digital era that the whole world is transitioning into, and this is where we are going. And now just to welcome the group's CEO of Econet Wireless, Mr. Douglas Mboweni, just to give us our keynote address.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start with, and God created this earth with its physical laws and the spiritual laws, which if obeyed, we reap the benefits. Now, in 1994, there's a gentleman who is basically a huge figure now in terms of management. His name is Peter Drucker. And he popularized a framework which I love very much. It's a business framework which he has called theory of the business. And what he basically did is he drew a triangle. On the one edge of the triangle, he put environment. At the top corner of the triangle, he put mission. And then the other corner, he put core competency. And he then said, any business is surrounded by those three parameters: the environment, the mission, and the core competency. Now, when it comes to the environment, it's a given. You don't waste time complaining about the environment. I always tell my colleagues that you don't fight the weather, you fight in the weather. So the environment is a given. If it is tough, you adjust yourself. If it is easy, you adjust yourself. The top corner of the triangle is the mission. Any business has to define its mission. And the Econet, without any doubt, when we started in 1998, we defined our mission. You would remember that we started in 1998 with the voice. And we popularized what we called Badi from that time, and it has continued to be a very prominent part of our lives within Econet. But you will notice that what unlocked the key for that product in this market was that we introduced it to the mass market. Something which was exclusive before became a mass market product. I remember when I started working, I went to an office, wanted a telephone line in my house, and we were told that we would have to wait for 25 years. And that was in 1997. But in 1998, we opened the door, and to be precise, in September, we brought some equipment from Tel Aviv, I remember, and it was actually the Converse platform. And we opened it up. The next day, we basically said to the whole nation of Zimbabwe, anyone wanting a line, come through. As long as you've got your money, you can get a line. That was the introduction of prepaid into this market. So let me go back to my triangle. The environment, I'm not going to talk much about it. The mission is very clear. And by the way, when you specify your mission, it's almost like a bakery saying, look, I'm going to bake bread. There can be a number of bakeries. So mission, anyone can define a mission. What is key is the key core competence of the business. And I would like to talk a little bit about the competence side of business, because for Econet, there are three. And it has got relevance to what you are seeing today in terms of those three parameters, in terms of core competence. This is what differentiates one business from the other. So what are those three? Number one, in our core competency is God. And Pastor Gatti did mention that. It's God. Whatever we do, God first. Because He is the one who created us, who is the one, Fayaz was talking about innovation. That innovation is derived from somebody who created us. And that empowerment we have been given in Econet, our core competence parameter number 1 is God Himself. Now with God, there are 3 characteristics that I want to point out, which I always marvel every day. I call them the triple O's. Omniscient, meaning knowing everything. He knows everything. Omnipresent, is everywhere. And in fact, when you look at Kwese, he is not everywhere like Kwese. He's even deeper than Kwese, because he's God. And then the last O is omnipotent. So triple O, omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. That's our God. What is the second parameter in terms of our core competency? Is the people. The people that you see in Econet. I've had the privilege of working with some of the most wonderful people on planet Earth. Why? Because they exhibit the innovation, the creativity that is found in God. So yes, man is made in God's image. And we believe in Econet that, like Fayaz was saying, we have not come this far to get this far. We innovate. It's in our DNA. Now, what is characteristic of the people in Econet? Again, 3 parameters. I call them the triple P's. Pioneer, innovative, innovation, professional, and personal. Those are the 3 P's that bind us together within Econet. The last parameter, ladies and gentlemen, is very important. I call it the business model. Our business model is unique. And behind me, if you look at what we have done there, there is what we call the telecommunications media and technology. In our industry, we call it the TMT model. And when we introduced telephone in 1998, it was predominantly voice and SMS. And then in October of 2010, we introduced broadband. And again, like what we did with Buddy, we mass marketed it. And today, we have got Econet driving over 80% of mobile broadband in this nation. And these statistics can be verified by what our regulator publishes. So the model is always having this mass market component, and we never lose sight of it. So what then happened? September of 2011, EcoCash. In this nation, we had financial inclusion less than 10% when we started in 2011. And we said, how can we have out of every 100 people, only 10 people being financially included? And we said it's unacceptable. We introduced EcoCash. And again, the same approach we take with our TMT model, we introduced it to the masses. So the introduction of any product to the masses is a primary fundamental key of our business model. And the rest is history. When you look at the figures that are being published, we have got over 98% of the mobile money market in this nation. Now, it doesn't come easy. It comes because we invoke what is in our DNA, that innovative spirit, that pioneering spirit. We do not settle for what we have achieved today. We keep on moving. Now, we've talked about this element of 2011, we've launched EcoCash. That was within the TMT model that I'm talking about. What we are witnessing today, ladies and gentlemen, is an unveiling of another innovation. Not for the exclusive, again, like what we've done with every product, for the masses. You know, today in the afternoon, I got to some destination in town, and as I was leaving the premises, my vehicle has got a Kwese logo on the door. And one of the security guys actually pointed out to me as I was leaving that I've got Kwese in my house. And I said, yes, that is what it is all about. Everyone having access to this product. But so are people in the villages. I got a call again from someone deep in the villages. And they know me and I know them. And they say to me, well, tell you what, I'm watching Kwese in my house. And this is deep in some village. And that is what it is all about. So our model is about taking a product which was used to be called for the exclusive, the rich, and making it available to everyone. And that is why Kwese becomes so important. It's a product for all people, everywhere. Let me not steal the thunder from my colleague, Dorothy. She has what it takes to actually demonstrate that the model that we have put in place is active and alive, and it will take us even further from where we are now. Thank you very much.
Mr. Boleni, thank you so much for that, taking us through the journey, how Kwese TV became Kwese TV, became what it is here and now. Of course, with the advent of technology, with the advent of the internet, we have to keep in touch with how everything is changing in our society. And Kwese TV is bringing just that we stay in touch with everything else that is happening in the world. And of course, just to look at what Kwese TV is all about, it's just a redefinition of broadcasting in our continent, in Africa, and it is taking audiences beyond TV. And today you are going to be taken beyond TV here tonight. You will feel it and you will see it. Kwese is a distinctly African entertainment company and disrupting the industry by breaking through the confines of traditional approaches to broadcasting. Doesn't take any traditions, the usual broadcasting way. It is totally defining its own way. This is Kwese TV, and it's premised on the concept of TV anywhere and everywhere. Kwese is revolutionizing the media industry here in Zimbabwe, and that is what we're looking forward to as Kwese TV has finally arrived. So earlier, I did mention that Kwese TV is in quite a number of countries. So we want to do a little competition. Whoever can just tell us at least about maybe 6 countries that Kwese TV is founded, they'll get some goodies. Is that a good idea? Anyone up for this? You're not up for this? There are many goodies to be given away. So Melanie Marire, I'm gonna ask you to come over. She is the GM marketing for Econet Wireless, and she is just gonna ask you whatever question it is, and then also just tell us what it is, the answer to that question, and feel free to get yourself some goodies.
Anyone who's got courage can come and answer the question, but I just want to say it's a tablet, just in case you think it's one of those goodies. So if someone is ready, okay, well, great.
Zimbabwe, South Africa, Nigeria, Zambia, Kenya, and Lesotho.
Do you have a Kwese TV in your house? Not yet? You just purchased one outside. Great, fabulous. Let's give a round of applause.
Oh, and then we have someone who's here who comes up. He's confident. Come on, come on. We need to find him some goodies as well. Okay, what sweet question can we ask him? What's your name and how old are you?
Julia. 11.
I see you coming from school. You didn't get a chance to change, yeah? So you've got Kwese at your house?
We just got it now.
So just tell us how you got this Kwese at your house, and how was it installed? What happened? What made you get Kwese TV? How do you know?
My mother.
Did she tell you why she decided to get Kwese at home?
Yes. Because he doesn't have penis.
I like that. I like that. The convenience of Kwese TV. He has just made us realize the convenience of Kwese TV in our country. You can pay using EcoCash, you can pay using bond notes. And you can pay using the US either if you do have it, but that was the main reason his mom got Kwese TV, the convenience of paying whichever way you can pay with.
Okay, I'm sure there's a goodie coming through. Can we have a goodie bag somewhere so that we can give the young man? A round of applause, ladies. I want a picture with him. His mom got Kwese TV because you can use bond notes. And they have another decoder. So who are you going to give this one to? Because you know how you have one decoder at your house and it can use 4 other devices. So you don't necessarily need 2 decoders in your house. Who are you going to give this one to?
I'll keep one just in case.
I like this one. Thank you so much, Julia. A very interesting boy there. Of course he did emphasize that issue of how convenient Kwese TV is. And as I mentioned, with Kwese TV, you get 1 decoder and you can connect 4 other devices to your decoder. You can use your phone, you can use 4 other devices anywhere and any time and any place using just 1 subscription. And of course, Kwese TV is offering some good deals here. This is just for the launch, so you all need to hurry for this one. They're offering a $49. You pay for your decoder. They bring free installation, free standard installation at your houses. So hurry now, if you do not have a Kwese decoder yet at your home, hurry now and get a Kwese decoder. It's $49 for now, and you get 1 month free subscription, and you also get free standard installation at your home. And Mr. Mboweni was talking about how you have to put God into everything that you do, and how Econet Wireless is growing through, how just believing in God and trusting in God and putting God in front of everything that has been happening in that organization. And now we're seeing Kwese TV also coming up. It's all about how God is going to pull our nation through this tough time that we're going through. And of course, Kwese TV is there, putting God ahead, and this is how Kwese TV will become a success, of course. Now, Kwese is quite a brand of Econet Media Limited, and the media arm of Econet, and one of Africa's leading telecoms, media and technology company. So hurry and get yourself a Kwese TV decoder, and you could get standard installation and 1 month free subscription. Who doesn't have a Kwese decoder at their home yet? We have quite a number of people here. So there will be purchases happening all around us. There are purchases happening outside. So do feel free to get yourself a Kwese decoder, and you will get yourself standard installation and 1 month free subscription. So we're getting into the entertainment zone now, beyond TV. Kwese TV taking you beyond TV. It is time for our entertainment segment. Whoever has the best photo gets a goodie. And of course, remember, hashtag Kwese TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Kwese TV, there's also free Wi-Fi. That's Kwese TV. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a raffle now. I'm just going to introduce to you Mrs. Tari Ronchena. She's the GM for Harare North, and Mr. Michael Munawa, the GM for Harare South, to come and just tell you a little bit more about the raffle, and they draw the raffle. It's over to you. A round of applause as they come up. Mrs. Michelle looking as lovely as always. She's always looking beautiful. I don't know how to compete with you. So they're going to tell us a little bit more about the raffle, and they're going to just draw that for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's a hard act to follow, but we will try. We will try and get things going on. So basically what I want to do is we just want to ask a couple of random questions, and then we'll do something for the winners. So I think when the presentation began, our lovely MC here read off a list of how many countries that Kwese is currently operating in. Is there anyone who would want to tell me what the answer to that question is?
How many countries? In how many countries is Kwese T V found?
Can we get a microphone in the audience?
I see a hand.
We can walk around as well.
Thank you so much. Can you all hear me? I don't think I'm going to speak about what Kwese is all about. I'm going to speak about a revolution which starts right now. And this revolution is an entertainment revolution. An entertainment revolution. I know Mr. Mboweni spoke about innovation, but right now there's a lot which is changing. And all of you are going to be witnesses to this revolution. And you're going to be marked, and you're going to be in the Hall of Fame just for being here as we unveil what's coming. And it's starting right now. What's the date today? Anybody knows? 26th of October 2017. And this is the date which is going to mark what's changing today. It's going to be the Kwese mobile experience. And I will take you through that. Because all of you today, as you came in, and I know she did ask, if all of you had the decoder, which I'm sure you all have, but you know, just from today, that decoder is opened up a whole lot more. If you had one television at home, one, which I think you all did, except for the young man who was here, who's got another decoder. But you know what's happening? All of you from today, you're going to have 5 televisions on one decoder. Televisions on one decoder. Isn't that a revolution? Isn't that the beginning of a new thing? Because what I'm telling you now, I will ask questions. Why should somebody just watch television at a home? Or who said that anyway? That you should go into your room with 4 walls, and you've got a couch, or you've got one of those modern televisions, like maybe better than what Mr. King presented here. But who says you should watch television in a home like that? Who said you should have popcorn by a couch and watch television? Who says you should only have one television in a house? I come from a family of 5. Who says we should only have 5 televisions? You know what? All this is changing right now. And all of you, when you go back, and that's maybe 300 of us today, you're going back with 5 televisions. That's some magic, isn't it? What I'm saying is this is now a television. Did you hear me? What I'm saying, this is now a television. What I'm saying, you can now have a television in your pocket, in your back pocket. Did you hear me? For the ladies, you've all got handbags. You're going to move with televisions in your handbags. How amazing is that? You could be in a hair salon and be watching television. I could be in a combi and watch television. I will not miss my series. I could have a headman in the village and he could be watching television while he's herding cattle. Did you hear that? Where's Winky D? He could be on the stage and he could be watching television and he'll say, hey, Masai, oh yeah, Masai, I can't just dance, I can't sing. But Winky D, he's got a television already, just by the virtue that he's got one of these. I don't think you're believing me. What I mean by that is already we are revolutionizing this space. And from today, already the broadcasting space has changed. We've made now media and telecommunications. And by that, we're changing a lot more and a lot of how you used to view television. If you used to view it by always looking at the box, you are wrong. And we are the first to do this, and possibly the first to do it even in Africa, or possibly in the world. Because right now your decoder, with that decoder which you've already bought, from today it's already opened you up to 5 platforms, to 5 screens where you can watch. So you can have a family with 1 decoder. And I think the young man who just won that decoder can actually give it away because they've already got 5 televisions in their house now. So you can give it to your grandmother, then she can also have 5. So with this, it's amazing. And this, we call it the Kwese mobile experience. Kwese mobile experience. And this is the time where everything is coming together and it's merging together. What it means, it's opening up a lot more. In all which we are doing, it's opening a lot more. Because Kwese has got the widest, diverse range of content on the African continent so far. We've got exclusive content which you can only get on Kwese. Exclusive. You can possibly get everything else elsewhere, but we've got exclusive content. We've got Viceland, which has got a wide range of lifestyle, of music, of food, of factual. We've got a wide range. We've got Revolt. Let me talk about Revolt actually. Revolt, Kwese has gone into partnership with Sean Puff Diddy with his Revolt television. And with that Revolt television, he himself said that his channel is the one which is bringing so much music. It's inspired by the youth, it's driven by culture, and it's powered by music. That's himself. And it's the first one which is done outside the American continent. We've got NBA. I know in the house today, we've got the president of the Zimbabwe Basketball Association, and I'm sure with his executive. We've got the only exclusive NBA channel, which we've brought to Africa, being the first. We've got ESPN, which is bringing the widest range of sporting genres to this part of the continent. Now you can watch anything, anything at all. It could be sailing, it could be boxing, it could be fighting, it could be hockey. Mr. President, Mr. Philip Chiangwa, it could be soccer, it could be women's soccer for that matter. It could be anything. Now you can get the widest range of sporting content on Kwese. We've got news. We've got the widest range of news as Kwese. And all this, it's ranging from African news channels. We've got the European news channels, we've got the Asian news channels, we've got the influence from the European continent, and all that fused together on Kwese. And with that, one can choose whatever they want or whatever they want at any time. However, whenever, on the go, from their pocket, at the back pocket, in their bag, and they can choose even to watch business, Bloomberg, CNBC. I can go on. We've got kids channels. Kids, we've got kids from the small, I call them small people. We've got the mid people. We've got the teens. And of course, all of you, if we are kids at hand, we can also watch those channels. And we've got movies and series. And in just 4 days' time, we've got another channel which we are launching. And if anybody has been watching, and I will ask this question, I know it was Tariro and Mike, does anybody know which channel we are launching again in 4 days' time? Anybody who's been watching, they do know about it? Gentleman in black?
It's Kwese Family.
Kwese Family. So that we are launching in just 4 days' time. And it's already counting down. And Kwese Family, anybody who doesn't want the kids channels, but you want to watch together as a family, there is the Kwese Family. So what I'm saying is we've got so much content, and our content base is increasing and increasing all the time. We've got all this based because we are Africans. We are coming from an African continent. Our name is Kwese, and interestingly enough, and I'm very proud of it, Kwese is local. Kwese is Shona. And Kwese means anywhere, anytime, everywhere. And I don't want to add, even on the go. I was speaking from somebody from Masvingo today, and they said, no, it should not be Kwese, it should be Kose. But I don't know whether we can change, because we've already branded Kwese, and you can see it's unique, and it's got its own accent, so it stands out. So it will be Kwese. So I can tell you, Mr. Chirairo, you better change and call it Kwese, not Kose. I don't know whether I can be able to play my videos now. I just wanted to take you through with this revolution. And this revolution, how do I come up with the 5 televisions? How do I come up with 5 televisions just from having one account? What I will tell you, I will walk you through. I think most of you've done it already as you walked in. It's so easy. You go onto the Play Store. It could be the Apple Store. It could be the Google Store, depending on whatever device you've got. And when you go there, you just look for the Kwese TV app. When it comes up, you click on it, it will automatically ask you for your account number. And when you put that in, it asks you for you to complete and put in your account number, which you will have. When you enter that in, you also put your mobile number, which is as easy as that. And when that happens, there's an OTP which gets sent to you on SMS to that mobile number which you put in. As long as you put that, which is a 4-digit number, you are there. It's as easy as that. It means in 2 minutes or in less than 1 minute, you've already got your account set up. And you can do this on each and every device which you've got, up to 4 other devices connected to your DTH account, which is your decoder. So it's as easy. I'm sure all of you've done that already. Anybody who hasn't done that? Yet? Because we all want to go back with 5 television sets with us today and make that a change. Anybody who hasn't done that yet? I'll just want to try this. Okay, I'm not going to move on because I've talked through my presentation already. Installation, we've also made history today. We've opened the new e-store. If you don't have your decoder and you don't want to buy it now, you know what you can do? You can buy it in the comfort of your home. Easy, you don't even need to leave your house. And we'll deliver it, and we'll get our tech knights who are fully trained to be able to deliver it to you. All what I was talking about, I just want you to see some of the content which we've got. Can we have some sound? Oh, okay. All right. I'm just going to go on. With Kwese, you'll get entertained anyway. So even if you look at this, it's very amazing. And you can be entertained. I was talking about Revolt, that's PDD's channel, and I'm talking right there of the 5 devices, right there, and you should be able to be connected and have your 5 televisions. And I just want to come to the last, how to download. I've taken you through this, but I'll just quickly browse through this so that you can see. Visit the Google Play Store, you download the app. If anybody hasn't done this yet, we are there to be able to assist you. So you have to enjoy, and you will enjoy Kwese anywhere, anytime. And I will add on Kwese. What we also want to tell you is Kwese is available from all our Wi-Fi spots in the country. And right now we've got more than 570 Wi-Fi spots in the whole of Zimbabwe. And some of the Wi-Fi zones are also available in the combis. That's why I was saying, even from the combis, you can be able to enjoy your television. And we've got Wi-Fi spots at the universities. In Harare, we are talking of the Joina City, Avondale, Borodale, Chitungwiza. We've got so many places where you can be able to enjoy Kwese. Enjoy it, even right here. Download, enjoy Kwese content. And this we are doing to bring out our synergies as the mobile coming together with media. And that's Kwese, the mobile experience. Thank you so much. I would like you to go enjoy your 5 televisions today. Thank you.
Many thanks to you, Dorothy, taking us through. Just taking us through how you can get the Kwese app, how you can download that Kwese app. My apologies. So you go ahead and download the Kwese app today and get your devices all working out. Now we just move on with the program. Some of you might have some questions that you just need to be answered. There's some things that you might not understand about the whole Kwese experience, the mobile experience. So this is your chance to get those questions answered. And I see you right there. That's Navdeep Kapoor. He's the Chief Marketing Officer for Econet Wireless. And he's going to be running through our question and answer segment, so you feel free to ask anything that you need to understand.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. After such inspirational presentations, I've decided not to take questions from the audience. I think all the questions have been answered. So let me ask you a question. So I make my job easy. And the benefit is that every right answer there's a goodie for the audience. I think everybody, so it will also test whether you were attentive watching the presentations or not. Mr. Moini gave a presentation in which he talked about our business model, which is TMT. Can anybody tell what TMT stands for? I think it's lady over there.
Telecommunications, media and technology.
Right, well done. So you can take it from the tall man there, which we can't miss. Okay. The second question is, if you browse Kwese app on the Kwese Wi-Fi zone, what is the charge? How much will be charged for using data? Is the person in the white? Yeah, please. Free.
As always. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to call upon our winners. The reason we waited before giving them their prizes is we wanted them to understand exactly what it is that they're getting. We're not just giving them one device, we're giving them 5 TVs. That's what they're walking away today with, everyone who's won. They're walking away with 5 TVs. So today we don't have 6 winners, we have got 30. Right. And just as a reminder, Kwese is only $49, and I was doing the maths. You know, maths was never my strong point in school. But 49 divided by 5 is an incredible deal. No matter where you go, no matter how you play it. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you this evening, please, do not leave this place if you don't have a Kwese decoder. Do not leave this place without buying one. We've got our sales outlets outside the door. We're taking cash, we're taking swipe, we're taking our very own EcoCash. If you have bond coins, we're taking those too. So any method of payment that you want to come and pay with, we're here at your disposal, and our teams are here to serve you. So I just want to call upon our winners to each of them come, and each of them to walk away with their 5 TVs. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. We said it and we are going to say it again. I think we need one Kwese. 5, so that all of the clan, the full clan, you have each one for your mother-in-law, for your sisters. So get yourself a unit from the outside desk. We have everything available.
Tonight's winners there, all those who answered the questions correctly, walking away with their goodie bags with 5 TVs.
Can you also have those who answered Mr. Kapoor's questions to come up? Thank you. Collect your 5 devices. And just, you know, and the more I think about it, as they're collecting their prizes, you know, I think about how much time we spend away from our homes, and we think about our TVs and how much we're paying to watch this content. I spend more time on my phone than I do on my TV. So I'm definitely going to be watching Kwese on my phone because I now have that ability. So just as a reminder again, ladies and gentlemen, don't walk away without getting connected today. If you've got any issues, if you've got any problems, we're more than happy to help you. Our teams are outside, and once again, an inspired evening to you all. Thank you.
For stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.